Hey up, Sofa Squad. We are live, back with another edition of Shooting the Shit. And here with me at the moment is Sinease.
Miss me yet, motherfuckers?
That's better. I can hear you a lot better. I can actually hear you a lot better now, which is good.
Good. Wonderful. Yeah. So, speaking of shit, today I called stool a skid mark on the underwear of Boris Johnson. I'm very proud of myself for that roast.
Brilliant.
I mean, it is my day really complete if I haven't somehow stripped the man of his what's left of his dignity. I have to emasculate somebody.
It may as well be stool.
Who let? Is that what you've been telling people, Mike? That I should walk to the cellar? Is this what people think? No, I got another job. A much better job than the shithole I was at. Thank you, Josh. We've also got Josh in the background with his annoying ass, which is typical.
Hi, Josh.
He's not feeling well enough to be gay with you today, Mike. Oh. Which I'm assuming is a relief. He literally does it to make you uncomfortable. That's why he does it to anyone he does it to. You're not the only one. You're also not the only one named Mike he does it to.
All right.
I think he has a type.
I guess so.
I don't know, but yeah. So last night, no, not last night. I was off last night. So the night before, that's right. Monday night, yes. I dealt with my first rich people hotel Karen.
Okay.
So everybody can go ahead and buckle up because, I've always got a hotel story. So these people were very upset and wanted their, yes, it's safe for you. I'm not armed yet. So these people were very upset. Now, their complaint itself was valid. Housekeeping had apparently gone in and cleaned their room. They had a do not disturb sign on the door, and I believe they also explicitly told the housekeepers they didn't want service. That complaint is valid. What's not valid is that they wanted their entire week-long stay at a hotel that charges something like $200 a night free because of it.
Oh, right.
I'm like, I don't have the authority to comp people's stays, man. Like, yes, I'm the supervisor on duty, but I don't have that authority. I mean, I pass it on to the housekeeping director because, like I said, it's a valid complaint. If you've got a DND up, the housekeeper should know one when they see one and not, oh, Lord, Will, I just got rid of you. So, basically, it's like, yes, the complaint is valid. It was passed on to the housekeeping director, so that way he can make sure that doesn't happen again. But for God's sake, you're not getting a $200 a night week-long stay free. Not for that. No. I texted my general manager. I was like, yo, you're going to love this. And I told him, and he said, LOL, not going to happen.
Yeah.
My general manager's awesome. He's a lot better than the general manager where I used to work. My assistant general manager at my old job, awesome. The general manager, so how goes things on that side of the pond?
Yeah, well, we seem to be sleepwalking into a fascist state.
Well, that's a pretty constant state.
Did you turn that off?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
What did you think? It just turned off on its own? That the gremlins turned it off?
No, you just want to turn my fucking air off again.
Calm down, Grumpy. So how
Why
was
you don't open this?
your Father's Day, Mike? What'd you guys do?
Yeah, it's nice. But yeah, I had my girls with me,
You don't have to go in
and
there.
they got me a really nice Father's Day present. Actually, they got me a rice cooker.
Do you often cook rice?
Yeah, I tend to cook rice quite often, actually.
Is that because you like rice or because groceries? Because if you're slipping into a fascist regime, I assume the cost of living must be sky high.
It's not too bad, but me and the girls really, we like rice and pasta as well.
Oh man, I should make myself some. I had steak and potato soup for lunch today, and they were really stingy on the steak, so I was not happy. I've been craving steak for I don't know how long. I think I have an iron deficiency because I want it to be so rare, someone should have to call the health officials.
All right.
Why would I bite a cow? Okay, you want me to bite a cow, Josh? Invite your sister over for dinner. I'm mean.
Yeah, and you need this.
Oh.
Yeah, my Father's Day was kind of boring. Honestly, Josh and I sat in the house and watched really stupid stoner comedies.
Okay.
All night. Yeah. But we're seeing my daughter tomorrow and have a cow, man. Really? I thought the phrase was don't have a cow.
Yes, yeah, that's what I thought. I think I agree. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, why would we have a cow? That's not. That's exactly what we don't want to happen.
But in other news, a video that I made this morning has hit 1,000 views.
Really? That's awesome. I love that for you.
It is awesome for my channel anyway.
No, that's actually really great. I'm glad you're starting to pick up some viewership.
Yeah, but I think it's because I think I hit on a trending topic here in the UK, because Robert X is saying I live close to stool country. Okay.
Stool country, oh God. Stool has put himself pretty much permanently on Josh's shit list. He said something about ducks being evil entities that need to be shot, and Josh is very angry about that. So
Yes.
yeah, Stool's an evil entity. Yes, I don't know if I agree that he needs to be shot. But nobody talks shit about ducks when Josh is around, or all hell breaks loose. Okay. We actually had a duck napping in northern New Jersey. Somebody kidnapped 14 ducks off a farm. I'd love to know how they did it, but that's not very nice.
No. But I'm going to be amongst other things. We're going to be talking about this on the sofa tomorrow night. But there's a campaign called I can't remember it, but they're trying to get this. They're trying to get primary school children to sing this new song called my memory's gone to hell. Hang on, I'll look it up.
Have you been partaking in the devil's lettuce?
No, I haven't.
You should.
I haven't done that for decades.
Well, damn, way to make yourself sound like a dinosaur.
I know. I am a dinosaur, but it's
No, a dinosaur. My mom is a dinosaur. The woman literally asked. The woman did not know what memes were, and asked me one day, "Hey, what's a meme?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, mom?" And she's, a meme, M-E-M-E. I'm like, "Oh my god, you did not say that. Don't
Yeah.
ever say that again."
But oh yeah, I've got it. The song is called "One Britain, One Nation," and there's the chorus is just "Strong Britain, great nation," repeated 4 times.
That just
And,
sounds like war propaganda.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you planning on going to war anytime soon?
I don't know, probably, but and our government is getting behind this song.
Of course, because you're slowly slipping into a fascist hellhole.
Yeah, and encouraging they want they want this Friday to be One Nation Day, and for all primary school children to sing this song and dress up in the Union Jack and just celebrate being British.
That's that's not that's not eerily reminiscent of people who celebrate white pride and proud Confederate heritage at all.
No, exactly. No, not at all. Not in the slightest.
The slightest at all. Nope.
But I made a video ranting about it this morning, and it's 1,000 views.
Ooh. Perhaps
So,
I'll share it on Facebook and make it go viral.
Yeah, that'd be good. But I must have hit a nerve. I must have hit a nerve today.
Well, that's the. You know what? You know why you probably hit a nerve? Because what you're saying is true. People don't like to hear the truth.
No,
That's why I don't have very many friends.
but
That's why I don't have very many friends, and my boyfriend sometimes questions our relationship.
oh,
No, he loves me because who else is going to make him chocolate cream pie with Oreos in it? By the way, Josh, they came out with rainbow Oreos.
Yeah, they finally put fucking creative mode on Fortnite on the Switch.
Oh,
Finally.
Jesus Christ, Fortnite. I'm honestly though, I'd rather he be playing Fortnite than gallivanting the streets. So,
yeah.
but he does need to gallivant the streets more. He's under orders from his counselor to get out of the house more.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to plan a day to go to the beach because I really want to go and his counselor wants him to go, but he's always got an excuse. That's the problem with him. I can't live with
I'm
him.
so tired. I just want to sleep on my day off. You always have the excuse.
You know what, Josh? I get home at 12 o'clock at night.
Yes, don't try blaming it on me.
You do always have excuses not to go
All right,
anywhere.
let's go right now.
Right now. Do you know how crowded it's going to be?
Never mind. You made an excuse.
No, I raised the question. And you thought about the answer, and you decided you didn't like it. He still does not, he does not want to go out anywhere because, especially now that COVID's got this new strain, the Delta variant.
Yeah.
And people are only halfway vaccinated or buying into the pseudoscience surrounding the COVID shot. So it's honestly, I think another surge is coming. If I'm being brutally honest, as is my norm, I truly think that another surge is going to come. We're going to get another spike and end up in another lockdown. I think we lifted restrictions too soon, and people are being idiots about vaccination.
Yeah. Well, I think there's going to be another surge here as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be one here for sure because people are really dumb. Nobody, as far as customers, wears a mask ever anymore at my job. And I'm really regretting that coming out of my mouth right now. Because although Josh told me I'm not allowed to leave my job because there's a duck in the logo.
If you want to leave, go ahead.
Well,
But you need to have something lined up.
of course, but no, I like where I'm at now. Better money, no more crazy overtime, but yeah, nobody wears masks, and as far as customers, employees are still required to wear masks, but the customers don't have to. Philadelphia lifted its mask mandate, and now schools are starting for the year, and they're, I'm concerned about the safety there. It's not over yet.
No. But here in Britain, it's because our government was late putting India on the red travel list.
Yeah, and there's also that wonderful part where your prime minister skipped COVID meetings in favor of writing a book to fund his divorce.
Yeah.
That was a thing that we found out happened.
Yeah.
That was a fun episode of On the Sofa. I think that was my last one too.
I think it was, yeah.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, yeah, this is something that has to go on the list there. The sad part is, it's like, yes, it's horrifying that happened, but here on both sides of the Atlantic, this kind of corruption is just becoming the norm.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, it's not going to be no second wave. It's going to be, what's this going to be, like the fifth wave, sixth wave, seventh wave?
But I got my second shot today.
Oh, congratulations. Josh, don't get gay. He just he said he'll give you a shot and made a jerking off motion. He's he's getting gay. I told him I was streaming with you, and that was a mistake, because now he's gonna get gay.
No, that was
Yeah.
He says something that sounds gay again.
For God's sake, Josh, he's fully vaccinated. We should be happy for him not getting gay.
Good for him. That's very good.
Gotta make everything as gay
more
as you.
metal in his body.
It's not. Oh my God! Please tell me you're doing. Okay, good. Yeah, that was rich. Oh yeah, the COVID vaccines are magnetizing people. CNN is always on in the lobby at my job. What?
No, stick Mike on my refrigerator.
Well, by that logic, you should be sticking me on your refrigerator too. Oh God. Let the games begin. Happy Pride, everybody.
Man, I am fully magnetic, and I can feel my DNA changing, even as we speak.
It's because you turned into a magnet.
Yeah.
What I'm going to become, I don't know, but my DNA is changing. I'm magnetic. I've got 5G inside me now, and
oh yeah, 5G's inside you too. Oh my, it's a catastrophe. Well, that's all right. Just oh my God, I've seen some serious woo on Facebook involving getting toxins out of your body with the use of aged urine. Maybe that's. I mean, people. It's mostly in the anti-vax groups. These holistic, crunchy mommies. It's like, yeah, crunchy because how long has it been since you bathed?
That would be crunchy.
Oh no, they actually call themselves crunchy.
Crunchy mama.
Like, that's a thing. It's been a thing for years. Yeah. Oh, let's put. Oh, maybe we should I shell out the money to ship you some healing crystals internationally? That'll suck it out of you. Keep all the good parts in and suck the bad parts out. This is shit these people actually believe.
Yeah. I need to cleanse. I need to cleanse myself by drinking my own urine.
Oh, but make sure it ferments for a few days.
Oh yeah, that's the way forward. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for somebody to throw up because this is okay. Now we're verging on it. Now we're getting on the verge of it being pretty gross. But the fact that people actually do this is the worst part. But they don't drink it; they bathe in it.
Hmm.
And then they go on these Facebook groups and they're asking for advice from other disgusting individuals. My husband won't lay in bed with me because he says I smell like pee all the time. Gee, I wonder why.
I saw someone on the news a few years ago who swore by drinking his own urine. But he said it had detoxifying properties, and what he does, he distills it first before he drinks it.
How does one distill piss?
And he says it has cleansing, detoxifying properties.
Is it because it makes you throw up, which is the body's response to poison?
But the thing is, urine already does that. That's what urine is. It's all that it's all that waste. That waste material.
Right back in.
Coming out of your body. See, if you drink your piss, you're just putting all that those toxins back in. The urine, the bladder is flushed out or whatever.
I actually had an ex-boyfriend when I was like 16 who drank piss out of a Gatorade bottle on a dare, among other disgusting things.
Yeah. But we're talking about drinking piss at the moment, Greg.
Well, it kind of devolved from congratulations, Mike is fully vaccinated to open mockery of the horrifying conspiracy theories revolving around the COVID vaccine, and now we're just back in fucking elementary school with toilet humor.
Yeah.
Which makes sense considering this stream is called Shooting the Shit.
Yeah. That's going to happen next. People are going to start eating their own excrement.
Oh, actually, the same ex-boyfriend that drank piss out of Gatorade bottle also ate excrement.
Oh, God. I was only joking.
I know you were only joking, but the sad part is that I actually know somebody who did that. There was also fornication with a dead deer involved with this guy at some point. Thank God I never let him near me in that context.
Oh, dear. That's nasty.
Yeah, I knew some fucked up people in my teenage years.
I mean,
my poor mother. At one point, she asked me, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you hanging out with people to do this kind of thing?" I looked at her because I've told you my father was a notorious idiot, and I looked at my mom. And I said, "Well, I am half stupid."
But
no, Josh, my father tried to pull a deeply rooted tree stump out of the ground with an SUV and a piece of clothesline.
But there is a YouTuber called Jack Mate, and he did an expose on this woman who has sex with her dogs.
I know somebody that did something similar to that at her 13th birthday party. She put peanut butter on her twat and had her dog lick it out.
Yeah. I don't understand.
At least that's what I hear. I don't know how true it is, but given the kind of shit that comes out of my hometown, I wouldn't be shocked if it was.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be, it wouldn't shock me from any, if it, from any town these days.
Well, I mean, stupid is the new norm. So
Yeah. I'm convinced if Donald Trump were to tell his followers to eat shite and drink piss
oh, they would.
because it would cure COVID, they would.
Oh, without a second thought.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they would. I don't doubt that for 1 minute. I
Yeah.
also fully believe that he could, in fact, shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and not lose a single vote.
Yeah.
I do hope he doesn't actually try to run again in 2024, but I don't have much faith in the
Tommy
concept.
Boy,
Yeah,
we
who else?
all know he will.
Yeah, the shit gibbon.
Or sooner. He's hinting at sooner, apparently.
How's he going to run sooner? Our Constitution literally limits how often
Because Biden cheated.
And
For everybody's information, he was being sarcastic. Because I have my camera off, and because I don't think anybody wants to see Josh playing Fortnite. No, Greg, I don't think stupid actually used to be quiet. I think it's just that stupid didn't have a soapbox until the golden age of the internet. I mean, you laugh, but it's true. Like, think about it. Think about how many stupid people you see on the internet now.
Yeah, and now the internet has enabled them to be organized.
Exactly. They're uniting. They're unionizing.
Now
except,
they were just
except they're not calling it a union.
before they were just individual. I hesitate to use the term whack jobs, but but they were just individuals who were just shouting shouting out, howling
Yelling
at the
into the
moon.
void.
But now the
You are
internet,
burning yourself, you idiot.
Shut up.
Anyway, every so often it was once just one person. Now it's
Yeah.
every day.
Now all these individuals have been enabled by the internet to get together and organize and form.
Well, they formed their own echo
groups.
chambers. Wow.
Yeah.
Before you flying, where'd you go? Here, buddy.
Josh, I'm going to shove a sock in your mouth and
Yo,
tape
I
it
told you
closed.
not to sit in here, 'cause it's gonna be loud.
You told me not to go in the bedroom, and so now I'm going in the fucking bedroom because fuck you, and I'm going to throw something at you later. And not my ass. Anyway, no, they definitely have been given a soapbox, and the problem is with these social media groups, like look at Parler. It's a whole big echo chamber.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Mm.
And QAnon, they all just feed each other stupidity, and it turns into this huge hive mind.
Yeah.
And Trump is their queen bee.
Yeah. And,
Oh wait, no, I can't call Trump a queen. Trump is the antithesis of a queen.
Yeah. But Mike Lindell, the pillow guy, was saying Trump is going to be reinstated in August. Now he's saying, "Oh, I may have been off by a month. It may be September."
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's always got to be an excuse when what they say is going to happen doesn't actually happen.
They just moved the goalposts.
Exactly. And nobody ever stops and thinks, gee, maybe we should pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Yes.
Man, that makes me want to watch The Wizard of Oz. I haven't seen that in a long time. I've seen it, of course. That is one movie I have seen. Because I know the running joke all along the YouTube and Twitterverse is, that I haven't seen much of anything. But I have seen The Wizard of Oz. Great movie.
Yeah.
I actually knew somebody who wore the fact that they hadn't seen it like a badge of honor. And it's like, no, you shouldn't be proud that you've never seen The Wizard of Oz. You should be ashamed of yourself. What food? Oh, we can go later. That's one thing. You Americans in the chat are sleeping on 7-Eleven pizza. You guys don't have 7-Eleven in the UK, I assume.
Yes, we do.
Really? Do you have
Yeah.
7-Eleven crackheads? Or is that just an American thing?
In some neighborhoods we do, yeah.
Oh, good. I was wondering if you guys really are turning into the US. You've got 7-Eleven, you've got 7-Eleven crackheads.
Yeah.
Well, the second coming of Jesus has been moved back 1,000 times, so Trump has some time. Oh, don't tell me that. I don't want him to have time. Somebody give him some cherry pie with cyanide.
But he Trump is their Messiah.
Absolutely.
He's definitely Q's Messiah. Or at the very least, he's on this. They see him as on the same level as the Messiah.
Oh, without a doubt. I think there are some people who really believe he's the second coming of Christ, and it's like, really? He's about to face a shitload of charges.
If anything, he's the Antichrist. Because the Bible makes it clear the Antichrist comes first and pretends to be the Christ.
Well then, I guess we better get the daggers of Megiddo.
and
I just rewatched The Omen recently. It was a great movie. I liked The Omen.
Until eventually he shows his true colors.
He's already shown his true colors, but people are too stupid to see it. He never didn't show his true colors. Instead, everybody around him showed their true colors because he emboldened them, if you think about it.
And and again, it's according to the Bible, Jesus said, "You will know, many false messiahs and false prophets will rise up and fool even the elect." So yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. If anything, he's a false messiah, an antichrist. Not that I believe in such things, but if you go
but if people are going to live by the Bible, they can't just cherry pick what they like to suit their agenda. That's the problem that I have with those who we should crucify him and check if he will be resurrected. No, we should castrate him, tie him to a rock, and subject him to Chinese water torture. That is what we should do. We don't want to check if he's going to be resurrected. In fact, we should have an armed guard outside the tomb so that if he is resurrected, they can kill him again. It's silver bullets or something. Oh, wait, no, that's werewolves.
Yes.
No, he's just, ugh. He is a malignant narcissist, and the only way to make one of those go away is to ignore him. But unfortunately, I don't think people are going to ignore him, so he's not going away. As long as he's got some kind of supply, he's still going to stick around, the reverse marionette, needing the electorate to pull his strings. Bastard.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the GOP... he's got the GOP by the short and curlies. Yeah, because
that's what they call pubes over there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad I came in the other room because you know what? Josh would have heard that, and it just would have devolved into more. Nothing. Oh no! Now I got him started.
Get out here.
Okay, I'm in trouble. Oh, here we go. Well, here we go. Now it devolves.
Mm.
Apparently, in the UK, pubes are referred to as the short and curly.
What?
Yeah, apparently, apparently in the UK, pubes are referred to as the short and curly.
Why?
No, I'm not, Mike. You
Then why did you not want me to hear something so stupid?
because you'll make it gay. Like you do anything you encounter. It's like you're a fucking fairy gay mother.
Well, come on, I want to get ready to go.
Anything you touch turns into a rainbow waving dildo.
I want to get ready to go.
Well, goddamn, he's annoying.
I was going to say the same thing, Greg. I think Josh should have his own mic.
I don't think Josh should be. I don't think Josh should have his own mic. I don't think he should.
What?
No, apparently you should join the stream on your own device. No, I'm not giving you the link. He's got an evil grin on his face now. Thank you. Now look what you've started. Now look what you did. Now he's going to come in here and he's just going to gay it up and make it as uncomfortable as possible. Don't get me wrong. I'm a member of the LGBT community myself. I swing for both teams. But, how Josh goes about it is the problem.
Okay.
His intent is the problem. Just, I'm gonna make straight guys uncomfortable for no reason other than my own amusement. That's a little twisted.
You're the problem.
I'm so glad I found my tube of Abreva. I felt a cold sore brewing while I was on Will's stream. So I went out to my car to get it. And thank God I found it too, because this little teeny tiny thing is like $30. And I'm not trying to spend $30 right now.
No.
It's worth it though. This is worth every dime I put into it. It really works.
Yeah, that's good. At least it worked.
I normally get the name brand Abreva, but I got the Rite Aid house brand, and that was only $18. But it's very effective. I know a lot of stuff that's supposed to be great for chronic viral conditions is I know a lot of it is snake oil. This is not. This is very good.
Yeah.
And for the record, I don't have herpes in the other region. Just the cold sores. Before anybody can run with that. I don't know how, but I don't. So, my daughter started her occupational therapy today, and in a couple weeks she starts speech therapy. So,
okay.
I think she made great progress with that. Apparently, she loved it so much there, she didn't want to leave. My mom took her today because she was, and on the way home, my mom noticed an Italian ice stand, a Rita's, so that's going to be what she calls an effective transition tool next time. Okay, Savannah, we're going to go get ice cream now. But Savannah will have Italian ice because she is very lactose intolerant, has been since birth.
Ah.
So, poor thing. I butted heads with her pediatrician, though. Her pediatrician doesn't think infants and very young toddlers can develop allergies.
Doesn't he?
I have data points that back up the lactose intolerance. When she was born, I was giving her Similac, gave her horrible gas, she was in constant pain, big teeny tiny preemie fist banging on my shoulder, crying in pain. And she was spitting up all the time. I switched her to Enfamil Gentlease, and the gas stopped, but the throwing up did not. And I'm like, this isn't normal. So I get her this new stuff, which was really expensive, Nutramigen. And I'm reading the can because I read the labels on anything anyway. I'm allergic to aspartame, and here in the U.S. they like to sneak it into things, so I have to read the label on anything new before I buy it. And I see it says for cow's milk allergy, and I'm like, I wonder. The stuff smells like instant mashed potatoes, by the way. So I give it to her, and I saw results immediately. I think she spit up the last of the Enfamil and then never again.
All right.
So there's data point number one. Then we give her lactose-free yogurt, no problem. We give her yogurt with lactose in it. She throws it up.
Ah, right. Yeah.
She wasn't like in horrible discomfort or anything. It was like baby spit up, but it was like a vomit. So like vomit consistency, not like the little bit of spit up you get with younger babies. But it's okay. You know what? I'm pretty sure this kid's lactose intolerant. So now she gets the lactose-free whole milk and get it from a local dairy, so it's nice and fresh and cheap. And we've just found ways to accommodate the lactose-free lifestyle. She's too young for the lactate pills, so. Besides, I don't like the idea of pumping little kids full of stuff like multivitamins and supplements and all. Let them expand their diet first and then address any nutritional deficiencies.
Yeah. The funny thing was, I was lactose intolerant until I was 6, and then I wasn't.
Yeah, sometimes kids grow out of things.
And we didn't have lactose-free milk in those days. So my mum was beside herself. She tells me, she tried giving me goat's milk, but I didn't like it apparently.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of it. That sounds like it would be like when I hear the term goat cheese, I cannot stop myself from thinking it involves smegma from a goat.
But thankfully, I grew out of it when I was when I was 6.
Well,
because otherwise, I don't know what my mum would have done.
Yeah, 70% of the world population apparently is lactose intolerant because humans weren't actually meant to drink cow's milk.
Is that a fact? I didn't know it was that many.
Yeah, I actually learned that from a really stupid game I used to play on my computer. It's called Run Cow Run.
Oh.
Yeah, I always find these little stupid ways to amuse myself involving technology. Like, although I was playing The Sims 4 recently. One of my hobbies is building really nice, intricate houses on The Sims 4 and then uploading them to the Origin gallery. And people like what I build, so it's something that I do.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just, and the background music is very calming, so it has that bonus.
That's good.
Yeah, that and the Animal Crossing background music are very, yeah. And Lord knows I need that working in the hotel industry, especially now that I'm working at a hotel where we're charging upwards of $200 a night. Because the rich Karens are in a world of their own from your average Karen.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. The only one I've dealt with so far was the one from Monday night. But that one was just, oh, I feel so violated. I feel like I should call the police. And I'm like, you should call the police because your room was cleaned.
Yeah.
Now I managed to keep my mouth shut because this isn't this isn't the rat hole I used to work in. I can't get away with laughing in people's faces and cursing them out like I used to. My last day at the old place, I actually told somebody he was an entitled fucking asshole and to go to hell because he was an entitled fucking asshole who wouldn't get out of a room that was reserved.
Mm.
It's like, and then like my fucking relief let him back in a few hours later. And I'm like, really? And I'm friends with the kid on Facebook. I was tempted to text him and be like, why did you let them back in? I told you what they did.
Yeah.
Because these people had come into the housekeeping laundry room and were screaming and cursing at the housekeepers. And I'm like, you let that back in. Still not as bad as the dickhead who, he was constantly, I think he was on drugs, honestly. And living with a semi-recovering heroin addict, knowing several addicts in my lifetime, I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good on drugs detector. This guy was constantly just staggering around the lobby, going into the breakfast area, and always taking more and more coffee. And at one time, my boss caught him sleeping on the smoker's bench where families with young children that would come to go to the Sesame Place park could see him. And it's like, are you fucking kidding?
Yeah.
And then he fell face first onto the driveway. But that's not where the story ends. I found out he was a Lyft driver.
Okay.
And he's under the influence. He's either high or drunk, under the fucking influence. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be petty. So I reported him to Lyft, who had no record of him.
Yeah.
So he was posing as a Lyft driver and putting people in danger. So glad I don't work there anymore.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they did not pay me nearly enough to put up with even a fraction of the bullshit I put up with. I mean, you would see my tweets every day. Sometimes every hour.
Yeah.
Like, Sometime I walked into a room and I'm checking it and I'm searching the trash and my hand came into contact with human feces because someone had shit all over the washcloths and then put them in the trash. Yeah, I wanted to die that day. I frequently contemplated suicide while working there just because of the insanity. It was just like, you know what? I don't think my tender little brain can handle this anymore.
Yeah.
Hotel work, not fun. But I do like where I am now. It's a nice little, very little nonsense.
Yeah, at least you're in a better place of work now, so that's something.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very bothered. Mole said he was coming.
He did, didn't he?
He did, and he's not here, and that makes me sad. I like Mole. I was looking forward to hanging out with him in the stream.
Yeah, same here.
I should DM him and be like, "Where the fuck you at, though?"
I sent him the link. But
he might be still fucking around with his earbuds, making sure they work.
Probably.
He's good people. I like Mole.
Yeah.
Purple's in the process of driving back to Minnesota from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a. Oh man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad Diana's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Really scared the shit out of me when I saw. I'm friends with her on Facebook as well as us following each other on Twitter, and she said something about she had weeks if weeks to months left to live. And I guess my mom saw that and she kind of swung into action, and she and several others finally got Diana to agree to go to the hospital. And I'm glad that she did go, because in we don't
Yeah.
need to lose another good person.
Exactly.
Not enough of them in the world.
Yeah.
It's,
So Robert X is saying, had to open the front door. Did I miss anything?
what were you opening the front door for? A hooker?
You had to take it there. Yeah, you had to take it there, didn't you?
You know what? That's part of my appeal. This is part of my charm. I boldly go where no others even think to go, because I'm just that fucked in the head and have no fucks to give. It doesn't help that I'm also extremely sexually frustrated. I'm also
Okay.
quite bummed out. I was saying on Twitter that I was going to get drunk for this, but why would you open the door for the Jehovah's Witnesses? Are you that bored? Why would you do that? Were you at least naked? I used to hide in my basement when I would see them coming around the neighborhood. One time when I was a supermarket cashier, one of them handed me a pamphlet, and I smiled in her face, ripped it up, and threw it in my trash can. I've always been an asshole for as long as I can remember. Sometimes they leave things on public transit. Like, I would find their pamphlets on trains, and I would vandalize them and write shit like "Hail Satan 666, Beelzebub is coming," and then put them back where I found them. I dubbed myself the Set to Satan Bandit for a while.
Yeah. I used to like to debate with them, and Mormons as well.
Oh, the Mormons. The Mormons are a little tamer than the Jehovah's Witnesses. So, but at least the Mormons don't actively try to get in your house. I can't look through the door. I only noticed it after I opened.
Fair enough.
Oh, my Lord. Why can't you look through the door? Aren't peepholes like legally required on front doors now?
I don't know, actually.
They should be.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Like, when I'm designing houses in The Sims 4, I always, as the front door, put a door with windows. Because it just makes sense to be able to see who's at the door, so you don't open it for someone you don't want to. I don't know what I would do if I accidentally opened the door on, like, my ex-husband or something. Well, actually, if it was my ex-husband, I'd just yell for Josh and call it a day, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you need to see who's at the door before you open it. God fucking forbid.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem practical.
No, I think here in the UK, I think most doors are fitted with a peephole these days.
Yeah, I mean, if not a window door, at least a peephole.
Yeah.
I have a peephole in my apartment door.
Okay.
And I can't think if we have peepholes in the building door. I'd have to look again, but I don't feel like moving. Because if I go out there, I know he's going to nag me about going to 7-Eleven. Because he wants 7-Eleven pizza. Have you had 7-Eleven pizza?
No, I haven't actually.
it's actually surprisingly good.
Hmm.
People underestimate convenience store food.
Ah. It says, my door has tainted glass, so I can see kinda who's there. But this isn't UK or US. Not everybody is a criminal. Besides, the police station is across the street.
Okay, but that doesn't negate the fact that no, not everybody is a criminal. But then some people are Jehovah's Witnesses, as you've now learned the hard way.
Yeah.
There's your problem. Man, I remember my first encounter with them. I was like 9 years old, and I was minding my business in my front yard or something. And they came up to me and started talking to me, and my mom came out like a bat out of hell, yelling at them to get the fuck off her property. And that is when I learned not to ever talk to a Jehovah's Witness. She had to explain to me what they were, and you don't engage with these people.
Yeah.
To make good pizza, you got to have a good oven. This is true. This is why I think there is a significant difference between mom and pop pizza and chain store pizza. I've worked at a chain pizzeria. I worked at Domino's for a short time in 2015. Yeah. Their pizza ovens are a fucking conveyor belt. It's not the same. There's a nice, wood-fired oven or brick oven. I tell the JWs I know black sofa is Siamese. They run away. Oh my God. I have actually been at the bus terminal near my apartment and seen Jehovah's Witnesses and started yelling satanic Bible phrases at them, and just had to drag me away before we got ourselves thrown out of the terminal. It is funny seeing the looks on their faces, though. Like, I love coming up with creative ways to screw with people, especially people like the Jehovah's Witnesses, or my mom used to have a doormat that said "Go away" on it, and people would come to the door, and she'd look at them. Did you read the mat? And they'd look and be like, "Oh, ha ha ha," and she'd be like, "Am I laughing? It's not a joke."
Yeah.
And they would go away.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't the cops, though. Oh man, no cops at the door was a huge rule in my home.
Okay.
And one time my stepdad was doing something or other. I think he was like yelling at the TV or something, and got so out of hand with it that somebody called the cops. It didn't end well for him that day.
All right.
Still not as bad as the I Am Legend incident, though. There were some very strange incidents when I was living with my parents back in the day. Did I ever tell you about the I Am Legend incident?
No.
The I Am Legend incident was, well, my parents love a good Will Smith movie, as do I, because, everybody loves a good Will Smith movie, and if you don't, I question your sanity. But we were watching I Am Legend, but then we got to the part where the dog died.
Oh.
Now, when I was growing up, the rule in my mother's house was no movies where the dog dies.
Oh.
So we get to this part where the hero dog has to be put out of its misery before it mutates into a monster, and my mom is yelling at my stepdad at the top of her lungs, "What did I fucking tell you? No movies where the dog dies. You blindsided me, you asshole." And she didn't speak to him for 3 days. Yep, and I got grounded for watching Marley and Me. my mom came home and I was in tears. And what are you
Aw.
watching? It's Marley and me. Well, I fucking told you not to watch it because the dog dies. Now look what you did to yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
my mom is an interesting creature. Well, I've got to talk her into coming onto one of these streams sometime. If I continue
Yeah.
to be consistently off on Wednesdays, I need to talk her into it. I feel like she'd have a ball with.
Yeah.
Although I'm concerned you wouldn't know what to make of her because she's well, picture me aged about, I'm 27, so a little less than 35 years because my mom is 61.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen her. You've seen some of the shit she tweets, right?
So, yeah.
It's worse in person. We were in Disney World, and this was for my nephew's 3rd birthday, long before I had my daughter. This was like over a year before I even got pregnant with her. Like I was still with my ex-husband at the time. And it was me, my parents, my sister, and my nephew. We're waiting in line to get on one of the shuttle buses to go back to our hotel. And I don't know if this is a thing over in your neck of the woods, but here we occasionally have the lazy, morbidly obese people who use what I affectionately refer to as a scooty puff. The motorized things that they're not wheelchairs per se, but they're not scooters either, in the sense that you would think of a scooter. I refer to them as scooty. I refer to it kind of like the motorized shopping carts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I refer to them as scooty puffs. So this lady was on a scooty puff, and the timing of our trip happened to coincide with, I don't know if they were from China or Japan, whichever, but these little schoolgirls, and they're most adorable uniforms too. So they really are as cute in real life as they are in the animes. They were speaking in their native language, and my mom overheard them, and then she heard fat. And then they looked over at my mom and they were embarrassed, and my mom started laughing and said, "Don't worry, no translation needed." And when you were in a wheelchair, whether out of legitimate need, which most people there is a legitimate need, but this lady, like, it was clear that she was using a scooty puff out of laziness, not legitimate need.
Right.
But if you had a disability and needed a mobility assisting device or whatever, you would get priority boarding on the bus. So this lady's on the bus, and she hoisted herself off the scooty puff onto the seat. Apparently, I found this out the same night. My mom found out the next morning. My stepfather apparently spit on the scooty puff as he walked past it.
Huh.
And then he made me and my sister promise not to tell my mom. So we waited until the next morning because we knew if we told her at that moment, she would have just, oh man, I don't even want to think about what she would have done to him. The next morning, it's like, yeah, by the way, you remember that lady with the scooty puff last night? Mike spit on it. And my mom looked at me, you what? It's just got fucked up because it's obvious she could walk if she actually wanted to. Like, I have no room to talk. I'm not exactly the skinniest myself, but one thing, I have debilitating sciatica, and I have a much better time breathing now. But even when I left the hospital, when I was discharged, when I had the pulmonary embolism, I would not let them put me in a wheelchair, and I don't use scooty puffs in grocery stores because it's like I cannot bring myself. I won't do it. I think I used one once when I was pregnant, and I was so full of self-hatred.
Oh.
And it's like, it sucks because they have a legitimate purpose, and they're so often misused.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of things in the world.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. This world is a shitty, miserable place. Maybe it will improve once all the Trump supporters and once all the boomers die. Well, the boomers are the reason the planet has gone to shit and is continuing to go to shit. I mean, look at the horrible things they say about Greta Thunberg for wanting to maybe make the world a little more sustainable. The kid knows what she's talking about. She's done her research. Leave her the hell alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes me happy to see smart kids like her out there. Gives me a little bit of hope for future generations. Like, gee, for every Tide Pod eater, maybe there's a Greta Thunberg.
The thing is, it's as if people have forgotten how to disagree nicely.
They have. They definitely have. I mean, in politics, you see both sides of the fence in a my way or the highway rut.
Yeah.
But then the problem is one side of the fence really is relying on fact, and the other side is spewing religious text and shit like what comes out of Marjorie Taylor Greene's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really is people with brains versus people without now.
Yeah.
So it's not always possible to disagree nicely anymore. But on more simple things like not human rights, we should be able to have civil discourse, and you can't have that anymore.
Yeah, that seems to be the way. I mean, it seems to me that if you disagree with someone, it seems to be mandatory to hurl abuse at them.
That should be reserved for special situations. Like, if I catch someone spewing racial slurs, obviously I'm gonna curse them out.
Yeah.
And like, if it involves a discussion where somebody legitimately believes that someone whose sexual orientation or race or other factor that they cannot control is different from theirs, that person should not have human rights, that's one thing. But simple disagreements on things like, like things like mandatory sentencing laws, for example. There's valid arguments on both sides there. And the gun control issue is kind of a sticky one because, people do slip through the cracks, but you don't want to be too restrictive to prevent it because then that unfairly punishes people who can reasonably and safely own firearms. But it's not one extreme or the other. It doesn't have to be.
No.
And it doesn't need to devolve into uncivilized chaos.
No. And I mean, but Greta Thunberg has had death threats, for goodness sake.
That pisses me off, not only because nobody should be sending death threats to anybody except my husband, but like, this is a child.
Yeah.
She's a child. And they're making memes out of her. Like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, making memes is relatively tame compared to death threats, but the whole point is, she's a child who sees a huge problem with the world and is offering up ideas on how to fix it. And they're just attacking her for it.
Yeah. You can, if you disagree with her, that's fine. Just say, well, all you have to do is to say, well, I'm sorry, Greta, but I don't agree with, that pollution is man-made, for example, you don't have to say, "Oh, you bitch, you whore,"
Yeah, you don't have to sling those kinds of things at a kid.
no, or make fun of her for being autistic.
That is just, that I cannot put into words the kind of rage that fills me with.
Yeah.
I think I've actually lost my ability to put that kind of thought into words. Oh, an American, what's happening? It's, well, not much is happening, thank God, for the moment. Although a lot has been coming out recently about just how corrupt the Trump administration is. In lieu of on the sofa, since I haven't had any free time and can't co-host anymore, CNN is always on in the lobby at my hotel, and I'm seeing these things, these news breaks constantly. I cannot believe the way the Republicans are trying to rewrite history involving January 6th.
Yeah. I know.
A whole watch party broke out in the lobby the other day, and somebody happened to be passing through and was watching the TV for a little bit, and then comes up to the desk and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, what's all this about?" They're trying to lie about the riot at the Capitol. Just that was not no peaceful protest. Like, were you watching the same live news report as I was? And these were people that were in the Capitol when it happened. What the hell does Trump have on them?
I know.
I need to know. I need to know how big the gun is that he's pointing at their balls.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And now it's coming out that Trump was trying to get the DOJ to investigate a whole bunch of House Democrats. Like, he really used the DOJ as his personal crony.
Yeah.
When that's not what our Department of Justice is supposed to be meant for. Traditionally here in the United States, the Department of Justice is an independent organization. Even though the president technically heads the executive branch, the president is not supposed to involve himself in their business.
Yeah.
So where are you from, Micah? That it was peaceful to the standards of where you're from. This I gotta know. This I need to know. That now I have questions. And this time I am, in fact, sure I want the answers. I'm not always sure I want the answers. I was scrolling my Facebook feed and North Ireland. Is it insanity over there?
It's getting that way apparently.
Ooh, man.
But historically, I was just corrected. It's at Northern Ireland. But historically, there have been troubles, in Northern Ireland. Sectarian violence.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, it seems to be brewing up again, unfortunately.
I do wish we could just have world peace. Can we just dole out joints to everyone in the world and have them all take a collective hit? Pizza sales would go up.
Yeah.
So would Taco Bell sales. Although I am very angry at Taco Bell.
Why?
They don't have beefy potato Ritos anymore.
Oh, okay.
Those things were like heaven in a tortilla wrap. And they were cheap. This is the beauty of Taco Bell. You know, people make jokes about Taco Bell and stoners. Taco Bell fills you up for a pretty damn low price. I was able to get one of them burritos for $1 a piece.
Oh, okay.
And put the fire sauce on it. Ooh, I love spicy food. I probably shouldn't eat it, but I love spicy food. I'm already not allowed to drink. I'm not depriving myself of capsaicin-induced agony.
Mhm.
What is that creaking?
Oh, it's my sofa.
Is it black?
It's dark brown. Like,
This is false advertising.
yeah, I know.
I'm false advertising. You know what? You just called me false advertising. You know what? You know what? He acts like I catfished him when we matched on Tinder almost 5 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, Connecticut's legalizing weed. That's awesome. Now Pennsylvania needs to. That was New Jersey. Taco things. Oh, I want to. Man, now I want Taco Bell, but I can't have Taco Bell because I'm mad at them. When they bring back the beefy potato Ritos, then I will go to Taco Bell again. But until then, and they took away the cheesy potato grillers, and Josh and I did not go to Taco Bell for damn near a year because they have the grillers. And then they brought back they had this beefy potato Rito, and we went to Taco Bell again to try it, and we loved it. So okay, Taco Bell was something we could like stop on the way to doing whatever we were doing. And now they took away the beefy potato Rito, so we're mad at Taco Bell again, so we're boycotting.
Okay.
Fuck Taco Bell. I mean, his point is valid, but like, perhaps one of these days I can talk him into joining a stream himself instead of just being in the background on mine.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Would it though?
Mm.
I feel like we'd end it and you'd feel very violated. I'd be concerned for your welfare there if Josh joined a stream. Yeah, exactly. Boycott Taco Bell until they bring back the potato Ritos. They were so good. They were so good. You don't understand. They were delicious. And the cool thing about the beefy potato Rito versus the cheesy potato griller is they didn't put sour cream in it. I don't like sour cream. I used to have to order without sour cream when they had the cheesy potato grillers.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm not big on sour cream.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to wrap things up.
Sounds good. I'm glad I was able to be here. Thank you for tolerating me.
Oh, well, thank you for being here. I really
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
No problem. I'm very bummed that nobody else joined though. It's a shame because Mole talked a big game that he was coming.
He did, didn't he? Maybe
we're
next
gonna have to put him in the basement.
Yeah.
It's his turn.
Yeah. But I just want to say, thank you to everyone in the chat, and I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers, because the upshot of this, this video, getting over 1,000 views, is that in just one day, I've gotten 5 new subscribers. And Robert X is saying, so we're not good enough.
It's
But-
not about being good enough. Just, any publicity is good publicity. Unless you're my ex-husband and you go viral for shitting your pants. Fuck my ex-husband!
So thanks to Godless Granny for subscribing as well. That was a
I like
nice surprise.
Her. I love her. She's a total sweetheart.
Yeah, she is.
I went on her
Um,
gun control stream a while back. She's great.
Yeah. I'd love her, I love her to bits. So yeah, I was really pleased that she subscribed. Yeah. So yeah, you'll have to come on the channel one of these days, Godless Granny. I'd love to have you on. And so yeah, tune in tomorrow night for On the Sofa, where we take an irreverent look at this week, the week's news and politics, and with new co-host Bad Tempered Badger.
I'm so glad you were able to find a replacement for me.
Yeah, and
I was
yeah.
very worried about that there because it's like, it's not as fun without an extra person there to. I do regret that I had to leave before we could turn Boris Johnson into a drinking game, though. But I'm not allowed. But I'm not allowed to drink, so I guess it's a moot point.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts. But so yeah, do if you're new, do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video. Okay, bye for now.
Bye, Felicia's.